Have you ever noticed how some guys can disappear for a week, and suddenly every girl is asking about them? Meanwhile, other guys are constantly texting, always available, doing everything right according to dating advice. And what happens? They completely get ignored. Here's the shocking truth. Everything you've been taught about making women attracted to you is backwards. The guys who will get the most attention are doing the exact opposite of what you think works. I've learned this, and I've seen this pattern over and over and over. The men will have women constantly thinking about them, texting them first, and chasing everything you've been taught them down. They follow the same 6 principles. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what they do. These aren't mind games or manipulation. Tactics. This don't always be. There is real psychology that creates genuine attraction and makes you the guy she cannot stop thinking about. Number 1, don't always be there. Here's the thing. When you're always available, you become boring. Think about your favorite food, right? If you could eat your favorite food every single day, would it still be your favorite food? Anymore? Probably not, right? Well, it's the same thing with relationships. When you don't text back right away, when you have your own thing going on in your life, when some meetings you can't hang because you're obviously doing your own thing, that makes you interesting. Look, I'm not saying toying her for days. All I'm simply saying is stop jumping and dropping every single time she texts. If you're at the gym and she texts you, finish your workout first. If you're hanging with your boys and she calls, it's okay to call her back later. Just call her back. Let her don't forget to call her back. Here's what most guys do, and they don't understand. Women are used to men being available instantly. They text a guy and then boom, he responds within minutes. What most guys do, they call, and he picks up on the first ring. When you don't do this, you immediately stand out from every other guy that she knows. So, I had a friend who used to respond to texts immediately. And this girl he was dating, she started taking longer and longer to reply to him. The moment he started taking his time to respond, suddenly she was texting him more often and getting frustrated when he didn't respond right away. The psychology bend, this is simple. When something is always available, we don't value it as much. But when it's limited, we want it more. Think about limited edition sneakers or concert tickets. The harder make her remember they are to get, the more people want them. And when you do this, she starts wondering what you're up to. And when she's wondering about you, she's thinking about you. And when she's thinking about you, guess what? She's missing you. Number 2, make her remember you. Our brains connect smells with memories. So here's what you do. Pick one cologne. Any cologne. Well, not just any cologne, of course. One that smells good. And always wear it around smell gooder. Not too much. Just enough that she notices. Later on, when she smells some scent somewhere else, boom, she's thinking of you. I know this guy who did this, and his ex texted him months later saying she smelled this cologne and could not stop thinking about him. Beauty, it's not just about the smell. Create a little moments that only you two share. Inside jokes, special places you go together, things that she can't do with anyone else. When she experiences these special place things later, guess who she's thinking about? Yes, she's thinking about you. Here's another powerful technique. Give her a nickname that only you use. Make something sweet, but make it unique. Memories, every time someone says that word or she hears it somewhere else, she's going to be thinking of you. You can also create what I call memory triggers through experiences. Take her somewhere she's never been before. Introduce her to new music or a new movie. Teach her something new. When she experiences these things again in the future, you'll connect it to those memories. The goal endings is to become part of her daily life, even when you're not around. When she hears a certain song, smells a certain scent, or sees a certain place. You want their mind to automatically go to you. Number 3. End things while very good. Most guys don't get this part. They're having a great conversation. So they keep talking, and they keep talking. It's boring, and they keep talking. Then what happens? It gets boring. They're on a good date, so they try to make it longer and longer. Don't do that. I'm telling when things are going great, you do not want to do that. When things are going great, that's when you leave. If you're having an awesome phone call, say something like, "This was fun, but I have to go. Let's talk tomorrow." Don't wait until you run out of things to say. Same with dates. When you're both having a blast, that's when you say, "This was amazing, but I have to go. I have an early morning tomorrow." You want her to go home. She'll be like, "Wait, what? That's it." And that's exactly what you want. You want her to go home thinking, "Man, I wish I could have stayed longer." Instead, think about your favorite TV show off. Finally, this is over. Think about your favorite TV show. The best episode always ends right when things are getting really good, and you're left wanting the next episode immediately. That's the feeling you want to create. Number 4, keep some mystery. Girls love guys who have cool stuff going on. But here's the trick. Don't tell her everything. Let her guess. Post a don't tell her everything picture of your food at a nicer restaurant, but don't say who you're with. Share a photo from somewhere cool, but don't explain why you're there. Her brain is going to go crazy trying to figure it out. But listen, you actually have to be doing cool stuff. You can't just fake it. Hit the gym, learn new skills, go places, have adventure, build a life that actually is interesting, and then you won't have to try so hard to seem mysterious. Here's something most guys don't realize. Women love to fill in the blanks with their imagination. Fill in the blanks when you give them just an information to be curious, but not now to satisfy the curiosity. Their mind starts creating stories. For example, let's say you post a picture of 4 coffee cups on a table. You don't explain who the second cup is for. She's going to wonder. Is he with a friend? Is he on a date? Is it a business meeting? Her imagination is going torn wild, and she'd be thinking about you way more than if you had just posted, "Having coffee with my sister." Another technique is mentioning don't give all the details something interesting you did, but don't give all the details. Like if she asks you what she did over the weekend, you might say, "I had this crazy adventure, learned something new about myself." When she asks for more details, you can say, "I'll tell you about it and a third him," and then change the subject. Tabe. Real key is to always leave her wanting talk no more. Mystery creates intrigue. Intrigue creates attraction. And attraction makes her miss you more when you're not around. Number 5, be real. Don't be fake. This one is crucial, and this is where most guys get it wrong. They think they have to agree with everything she says and never have their own opinion. They're scared if they show how they really are, she won't like them. That's backwards thinking. The coolest, most attractive guys are theons who aren't afraid to be themselves. They have their own opinion. They say no when they feel the need to say no. They didn't change who they are just to make someone else happy. When you're real with her, even if it means she might not like everything about you, that's when you become special, because there's only one you. When you try to be what you think she wants, you're just like every other guy. Girls can't miss a guy they respect yourself and respect. And they can't respect a guy who doesn't respect himself. Let me give you a real example. I know a guy who was dating this girl, and she wanted to go see this romantic comedy movie that he had zero interest in. Instead of just agreeing with her to make her happy, he said, "Look, that's really not me type of movie, but how about this? Let's compromise. We can see your movie this time, but next time I get to pick something I actually want to watch. Most guys would have just gone along with it and been miserable. But by being honest about what he wanted, he showed Don't make it personaler, that he had his preference, and he wasn't going to be a pushover. She actually respected him more for that Dot. Can you believe it? Here's another important point. When you disagree, don't attack her as a personer about something. Don't make it personal. You can disagree with her opinion without attacking her as a person. Say something like, I see this different, or that's not how I look at it, instead of saying, you're wrong. The goal is to show her that you're a complete person with your own thoughts, feelings, and boundaries. That's what makes you irreplaceable. Number 6, create positive competition. Here's create positive competition, something most guys never think about, but it's incredibly powerful. When a woman knows that other women find you attractive, it makes her want you more. Makes her want you more. This isn't about making her jealous in Amian way. It's about showing her that you're the type of guy that other people want to be around. Women pay attention to what other women think. If they see that other girls are enjoying your company, laughing at your jokes, or seem comfortable around you, it tells them that you're socially valuable. The key is to do this naturally. Don't go out your way to flirt with other women in front of her. Instead, just be genuinely friendly and charming with everyone you meet. When you're at a party or out with friends, be the guy who talks to everyone and makes people feel good. The psychology behind it, okay? So look, guys, it all comes down to this. Stop trying so hard to make her miss you and start working on becoming the type of guy that people naturally miss. The psychology behind this is simple. We want what other people want. When she sees that you're valued by others, especially other women, it increases the value in her eye. She starts to think, what do they see in him that I might be missing? When you have your own goals, your own dreams, when you have your own goals, when you stick to your values, when you're living an interesting life, when you're being real instead of fake, you don't have to make anyone miss you. They just do. The secret isn't trying to get the seeker their attention. The secret is being okay with walking away if she doesn't appreciate you. That's not being mean. That's having self-respect. And girls find self-respect really attractive. Here's what I want you to understand. These 6 techniques work because they're all based off the same principle. Becoming a high-value man. High-value men don't chase. They don't attract. They don't beg for attention, that they earn respect. They don't try to be perfect. They're comfortable buying themselves. When you apply these something interesting happens principles, something interesting happens. Not only will the girl you're interested in start missing you more, but you'll also notice that other women start paying attention to you. That's because you're developing that kind of confidence and self-respect that's attractive to everyone. Don't chase girls. Work on yourself and become someone worth chasing. That's the difference between guys who get ignored and guys who get remembered. The bottom line is you can't make someone miss you. Bottom line be being needy, desperate, or fake. But you can make them miss you by being genuinely interesting, confident, and authentic. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and the right person will naturally want to be part of your life. Remember, you're not trying to trick anyone. You're trying to become the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself is always going to be more attractive than someone fake that you're trying to be. All right, ya guys. So that's all I have for you for today. If this opened your eyes to a different way of thinking about attraction, make sure you hit that like button and let me know in the comments what's your biggest challenge in dating. It's been your girl, Remy Renee here. I'll see you guys in my next